Friends, guests, and adventurers of all ages, tonight's show is for the brave, the fearless, and the dangerously curious. Witness feats of strength, daring acrobatics, and mystifying magic. Get ready to have the most astounding night of your life. Welcome to the Circus of Wayward Wonders. Welcome to Roll for Combat, Three-Ring Adventure.
Hey everyone, welcome to Roll for Combat, Three-Ring Adventure. I'm your GM and host, Stephen Glicker, and in this week's episode, well, our circus folk are in a lot of trouble. They are getting their asses handed to them, and if they keep this up, they're literally going to bring the show down. Let's see what happens this week, shall we? So as I said last week, I like to mix things up. And you might wonder, hey, this fight, was this supposed to be in the Adventure Path? And the answer is yes, it actually was supposed to be in Adventure Path. I did not add or change this. The thing I did add or change was Jellicoe Bounce Bounce. That was not in the Adventure Path, but I wanted to give Jellicoe an arc. And you're going to see Jellicoe go through a lot of stuff. That's all I'm going to say. In fact, everything that you hear about Jellicoe, I added all of that. That was all added to the adventure by me. So him joining, him sort of portraying them, him kind of going crazy, and things that are going to be happening later, I just added because I really like to mess with my players, and there's nothing more fun than taking an evil character and seeing if you can then redeem him, or more importantly, make the PCs feel really sorry for someone they used to hate. That's a lot of fun. So it's kind of a challenge to myself to just see how much emotional baggage I can throw on the PCs with Jellicoe. Now, as for the fight itself, I do want to mention that this is something as a PC you have to learn to deal with. And that is what happens when you're in a fight that you realize that you can't win. This will happen to you. This does happen. Not a lot, but it will happen. And sometimes you will be in battles that you weren't meant to win. That's actually built into these adventures. Not often, but it will be, hey, you know what? We're in trouble, and we really can't win this battle. So what do? In that case, you have to realize that there's a lot of things you can do in combat that have nothing to do with fighting and nothing to do with spells. That is where you have to really start thinking outside the box and do things like, the most common one I know is run away. That's right, run away. You can do that. In fact, I strongly recommend that if you are fighting something that's way above your pay grade, run away, regroup, go back to town, get some scrolls, get some magic items, get some potions, anything you need that will help you defeat that creature, regroup, come back, and then defeat it. That is a very good tactic, okay? And no one cares if you ran away. Trust me. It's not like you're being judged on this. The other thing you need to do is use your environment. That is something a lot of people really don't do. And I can't tell you how many times that I have fought a monster and I realize this thing is way too hard for me, and then I use the environment and have like a boulder crash down on top of the monster or something else, or have it fall in a pit or do something similar where, yeah, I can't hit it, but I sure as hell can hit the ceiling and make sure that whatever is above the monster can fall on it and cause it to do a lot of damage to that monster. And that is completely a valid choice. Do that. Trust me, it works really, really well. And then finally, you have things like incapacitation effects. There's a lot of spells out there like web or darkness where you actually affect the environment, which will then affect the creatures. I can't emphasize this enough. I really like environmental spells. It's actually one of my go-tos whenever I play PC, is that if you mess up the environment, that causes the monsters to go much slower, and usually because there's less monsters, they have less actions, which causes them a lot of problems as opposed to just trying to hit them. And this is something that not everyone thinks about. Sometimes, it can get annoying, like if you're putting web everywhere and darkness or tanglefoot bags or doing all this stuff to really mess up the environment. But I tell you, there's nothing more fun than casting a grease spell on all those monsters and then lighting it on fire and seeing what happens. And voila, you got a stationary fireball. And you know what? It's really easy to do, and it doesn't matter if you hit them or not, because you just cast grease and they're covered in grease, and you cast fire on the grease, and voila, they're all up in flames. There's no real die rolls involved, or very minimum ones. It's a good way to defeat monsters, trust me. So those are just some off the top of my head. Run away, use the environment to damage the creatures, or use incapacitation spells and special abilities to also damage the creatures. Those are the 3 things that I recommend to do if you are in a fight that you can't win. As for this week's episode, what are they going to do? Because they are definitely in a fight that they can't win. I guess we're going to find out. Maybe they live, maybe they don't. Who knows? We're going to find out soon. But with that, let's get to this week's show notes. So one thing I want to mention is that the RPG Superstar Bestiary is coming along swimmingly. We got about half of the creatures done, both artwork and final passes. We're starting to lay out the book, and Mark Steifer from Paizo has joined us in writing some of the crunch for the book. You are going to love it. Hopefully, I'll be able to release it in a couple of months, and you'll get to see all the cool stuff we're adding to Pathfinder. I think everyone's going to enjoy it. It's going to be very, very easy for you to add it to your game, and I promise you it won't break any of the math, and it'll make your games more awesome, or in this case, awesomer. It's going to be great. Promise you. Also, make sure you check out new artwork. Every single Saturday, I put up new artwork. You can find that at patreon.rollforcombat.com. We have lots of cool artwork, and one a week. So we got over 100 monsters. So hopefully the book comes out before we run out of monsters. As I said, it's targeted for the summer of 2021. So far, so good. We seem to be on schedule. So that is going along very well. So we're going to be going forward with that. Also, make sure you check out our Discord channel. We have tons of things going on there. Plus, we have a spoiler section where you can see pictures from all the fights and everyone that's being encountered in the adventure path. So just go to discord.rollforcombat.com. And then finally, on the Patreon, if you want to help us for $5, you can listen to the shows early and you can listen to us live. That's right, you can talk to us and hang out with us and see all the shenanigans that we get into. You also listen to us talk about movies and popular culture and entertainment. We usually do that for at least half an hour to an hour, both before and after the show. And you can join in on that fun as well. Again, just go to patreon.rollforcombat.com, and for as little as $5, you can join the action. But with that, let's get to this week's exciting episode. Last we left off, you were being beaten badly by evil circus people. You are in the middle of a show, and Jellicoe Bounce decided to crash the party, and then suddenly darkness appeared, and then suddenly Jellicoe turned into an evil spirit, and then suddenly you beat down Jellicoe and beat the evil spirit, and saved Jellicoe with a last-second heal spell. And then suddenly the Celestial Menagerie appeared and started to damage you all. And you have managed to hit them, let me see how many times. Once. That's right, one time. Maybe twice. I don't know. It seems like you don't know how to hit things anymore. But one of them has mirror images. One of them is just dodging around, ducking, weaving, having a lot of fun with you all. You're doing your best. But you really can't hit the side of a barn. Now we're up to Darius, and we're up to round 5 of the combat. Darius is half dead because they decided to actually hit you once and did half your hit points with one hit. And let's see, Hap is okay, Atron's okay. Alhara's half dead on the ground, prone, where she belongs.
Hey.
What?
I'll tell you, it's been a tough combat.
It has been a tough combat. Yeah. They're just like, stay down. It's what's best for you. Things will just take a rest. Don't bother. If you're on the floor, they probably won't attack you. They've been pretty honorable. I mean, they're just making you a fool, I tell you. A fool! Darius, you're up. By the way, Darius.
Yes?
While you're doing this fight, in the first row, you see Cat. Remember Cat? She was the secretary. Was a real big fan of yours from
Must
Muscle
fancy.
Fancy.
She has all. I signed her Muscle Fancy issue.
Rob Tremarco is playing Darius Varus, Darius's Daring Destructions, a half-elf monk of the mountain style.
Uh-huh. And she's wearing a shirt and looks like someone did some prestidigitation to put the picture of you as 15-year-old Darius on it. And it says Darius Varus, Muscleer of the Year.
Where
I love the teen beat feels of all this.
Rob Pontius is playing Otteron, Uncanny Otteron's Cauldron of Curious Concoctions, a human witch of curses.
it's so good.
And guess what?
Yes.
It looks like she brought her friends, and they're all wearing it too.
Oh my God!
You got a little Darius fan club right here, right in the front row. Actually, they're over here. They're right here on the west. You didn't see them, and they're all cheering you on. Cheering you on. They're excited. You hear them like, as you're about to start your turn, you hear, Darius, I love you. All right, you go.
All right, so
Don't mind Pat distracting you.
I'll turn. Hello, ladies. And flex a little. And take the same little pose.
Okay, that's one action.
That's a whole. I didn't take a whole action. That's as I'm moving. So
Is
here's
that
what
your
I'm gonna do.
haste action? Your
I have a
haste
ha-
action is to flex.
I used to leave flex.
Oh my god.
Speed flex.
Honestly, I could see you doing that.
Vanessa Hoskins is playing Alhara Varus, the amazingly agile Alhara, a half-elf gymnast swashbuckler.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I will waste an action flexing.
That's. Wait, who's putting the fire on the crowd?
Oh,
That's
no,
the Darius
no.
fan club.
My fan club.
Someone
Who's
burning
doing that?
Don't burn my
That's
fan.
horrible. That's
Don't
do
that's
that.
sort of that
Thought about
activity
it.
is no good.
Oh no,
Hey.
what a nightmare.
Oh no! There
and
goes
then,
the fan club.
I'm going next to Alhara. Damn the attacks opportunity if they take them. And I'm lifting her up on my shoulder, similar to how we do some of our posing, to promote the show and during the act. And everyone, attention! Thank you to the members of the Celestial Menagerie for coming and joining us and putting on a great fight with us. And I get everyone to cheer if I can. And especially my fans. I'm looking at them to start the wave and the cheer.
All right, give me a performance check.
Performance, okay. Ugh.
10. Did I do that?
You know what? Take my hero point.
Oh lordy,
Already.
it's gonna be one of those days. Here we go.
Not much better, but not a critical fail, maybe.
14. You start hearing your fan club chanting, Darius, Darius, Darius. They're trying to get the wave going, but it takes a while. It takes a little time sometime to get that wave going. Atron, you're up. You see what's happening here.
I have a couple more actions. Can I? I've already used battle medicine on.
No, wait. Let me see. Wait, you used one to flex. You used one to move. You used
Right,
one to pick her
lift
up, and then one to
perform. Got
perform.
it. Yeah.
Atron, you're up. Are you going to attack, or are you going to try to stoke the crowd?
Atron glares with wide eyes at the mirror-imaged individual whose name I can't recall.
Ruana.
So, going to use Evil Eye. There it is. Will save DC 21. Ugh, rough.
24. Maybe one of her mirror images failed, but she succeeded.
Yeah, Alhara doesn't have fast healing yet from me, right?
Mm-mm.
And
Although
she's
you-
frightened. Alhara's not doing well.
No.
But both are too far from me anyway. So, I think, Ataran, let's see. Ataran's going to point at Ruana as a bit of dark, kind of like violet fire rises around them and goes spiraling out over their hand. And Ataran points, "You are ridiculous, and you would assist such a foul circus. You should be ashamed of yourself coming here and mocking and disturbing here. And I'm using blistering invective.
Wow. Okay. I guess, okay. Press the button.
It's a will save DC 21. Man,
28.
jeez.
Half damage. So you're trying to hit her with damage?
No, it's a targeted effect. So,
Well, it says here, success, the target takes half the persistent fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
So
So 5?
Is it only persistent fire damage?
It's only persistent fire damage.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Damn, that's
So-
really strong.
Lauren Sig is playing Hap, the Starlight Sparrow, a human fire elementalist sorcerer.
2d6. Deal to 2d6 persistent fire damage.
But that
So
only happens on her
it
turn.
rolled it.
But that only happens on her turn.
Okay.
I thought when
Because
you take
persistent.
persistent damage, you take it then, and then you take it again at the end of your
No.
turn.
No.
Only at the end of your
Nope.
turn.
Fair enough.
It's probably just part of the spell's programming, but yeah.
That's the end of my turn.
Yeah, Alhara, you're no longer prone. You're on Darius's shoulders.
Oh,
He picked you up
fantastic.
and put you
Oh.
on his shoulder, and you're doing a little.
Yeah.
Let's thank our friends at the circus.
That's exactly what I was going to do. So, at that moment, Alhara would like to, I don't know, make a gesture to, put the spotlight, one of our spotlights on her. And she says, let's thank our friends, the Celestial Menagerie, for that fantastic display. They've been wonderful in accepting us into this city and into the circus-going community. In fact, we have a special reward for anyone who goes and sees or was planning on seeing their circus. If they wish to trade an additional Celestial Menagerie ticket, they can trade them in for tickets to our show happening 1 week from today. For free. Free exchange.
Cool. That was a good 6 seconds. I'll give it to
Nice.
you. That's all your actions. Give me a performance
That's it.
check.
I'm gonna. And holy cow, hopefully this goes well.
Yeah, we'll see.
Come on, performance. Come on, performance.
Not bad.
Not bad. Rolled a 12
20.
for a total of 20.
Pretty good. Pretty good. People started
I think
murmuring. They're like,
I'm gonna keep it.
oh,
Yeah.
They're like, they seem confused. They seem confused. Everyone's confused.
Well,
Hap, what are you gonna do?
You know what? I know exactly
No.
what I'm gonna do.
What?
I'm
Fireball.
I'm going to do the big act right now.
Oh, yeah.
Right
it.
now. I'm doing the big act.
What?
And I'm going to do it the same way I do my big act. I'm going to take a -10, I'm going to take a -5, and then I'm going to take no minuses on the big act. So,
You're revolutionary. That's changed the game,
I
by
thought
the way.
it might. All right. Even though I think consecutive performance checks don't actually take minuses, I'm going to do it.
Yes, they do.
Do they?
Yeah.
I know for the circus they do.
for
but I
the
think-
circus.
Yeah, but if you were just not doing the circus, you're just add.
You're doing your act. You said you're doing your act. Those
That's
take
what I mean.
minuses, Yeah.
I'm doing my act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
gonna take the minuses.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Okay. Describe what you're gonna
This
do.
is- okay.
Oh.
This is -10. It's not a 32. So 22. So
22.
So
That's still a success.
So Hap
What?
starts kind of I don't know how many different ways can you describe a dance? I've described her dance so many times. She starts swaying.
You're in the middle of
like a-
combat.
Yeah, I know.
You have a smoke guy next to you. You have someone with mirror images. You have a guy who has been poking the crap out of you. You have Darius and Alhara prancing
Alright.
around. Make something up.
Okay, so she's gonna start her dance, but because there's so much going on, she's gonna steal everybody's attention with just a huge flamethrower up into the air. Nothing gets people's attention like large gouts of flame. So that's what we're gonna do. And then we're gonna start the second part of the act. This is at -5. Oh, nat 20. Okay, I'll take it.
Oh my god.
For a 29.
Wow.
Here's where she's gonna take the mountain stance that Darius does, where it's real low, and just start just hammering individual fiery birds into the air, where there's just a huge, just gorgeous swarm of them. And then for the last bit, let's roll performance with no minuses. Oh, I forgot. All these should have plus.
I know,
two.
+2. I know.
I forgot.
I didn't. Keep going.
All right, and then
29.
finally a 27 as each of the birds just explodes into a cloud of embers that slowly rain over the entire audience.
Look at that.
That's beautiful.
Hap wasn't even
That's
going to perform. She has a success, a critical success, and a success.
Beautiful.
Right in the middle
The
of all
show
this
Amazing.
insanity.
must go on.
Wow.
You rock, Lauren.
Okay. You got me going here. Now I gotta think about this one. Hold on.
That's pretty incredible. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, that's awesome. You should be proud.
I am proud.
Good.
All right, you quickly put on a 6-second performance, but I'm just saying these are abstracted out, so you get time to put on the performance while everything else is going on around you.
You can use my next 2 rounds if you want for that. I don't mind.
So you do your big performance. The crowd loves it. They don't even know what's going on exactly. They seem very confused. Delmar is up. Delmar sees what you're doing, and his do you know what his class is?
Bard?
Jerk.
Well, no, he's a swashbuckler.
Nope.
Yeah, we knew that.
Nope.
Dandy.
Nope.
Oh, it's Dan. It's Fop, isn't it?
Agitator.
Oh no.
That is literally his class. He is an agitator. I thought Lauren was the agitator, but tonight she's the hero.
Woo!
Oh, I'm the hero.
That's right. You know what? He is not going to be outdone, and he is going to then say, "Oh, a little performance battle, eh? Well, 2 can play at that game. Oh no, it's going to be a dance-off. Dance-off, dance-off." Everyone's like whispering, "Dance-off, dance-off."
Come and get it if you think you're hot enough.
That's right. It's like Zoolander. It's going to be...
That's what I was thinking.
no.
Gasoline fight.
No, not the gasoline fight. When they're on the... It's a walk-off. It's a walk-off.
Ooh.
All right, here comes the walk-off. All right,
my
so
gosh.
he's gonna start doing what he can do. Let's see. So he decides to boast about, please, these charlatans. Look at them. They're dirty. They can't even keep on their feet. They're throwing fireworks at you. Look, Jellicoe is crumbled in a heap. They don't know true showmanship. And then he does a performance, and let's see what he does. I'm just going to roll a d20 because I did not program in his skills, of which he has... Damn, he has a lot of skills. He's going to do some acrobatics to jump around and see if he can make things look fancy, fun, and free.
But is it a performance?
It's not, but it's close.
Because normally we would take a higher DC for that.
Oh, damn! Oh, damn it! Is that what I think it is? Is that a nat 20? Ding a ding a ding
Oh.
ding ding ding.
I'm
I mean,
shocked.
it's a point of
No.
inspiration for him to re-roll that.
Seriously.
Everyone's like, oh, they're all like,
What'd he do?
"Oh," they're impressed. What did he do? He just did what he is really good at, is jumping
Being a
around
jerk.
and being a jerk. But he's doing he is quite agile, maybe even a little bit more agile than one Alhara. And kind of upstages Alhara's act. And in fact, here's the real dick
By a
move.
point.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Sure.
He copied your act. He actually knew what your act was, and he did what you did earlier in the act, except he improved upon it. So it was everything you did, and it's just a little bit better. He added a little bit more flourish, a little bit more flair, and everyone's just like, now they're clapping. Mm-hmm.
They were already clapping. I wowed them.
Uh-huh.
Don't even.
Well, you warmed them up, and now Ruana, she sees what's going on. She is a carnival barker. So she starts whooping up the crowd and talking about how awesome Celestial Menagerie is, and that all those coupons you got not only can you get into the circus for free this week, but they're giving out free tchotchkes for everyone who shows up. The first 1,000 people get a free take-home tchotchke. And she doesn't say what it is, but everyone's like, "Ooh, I like free stuff. I like free stuff too." And everyone's real excited. Let's see how she does with her performance check. Oh no, I only rolled a 5 for a 19.
Yeah.
Not quite as good. Not quite as good. I'm not doing a full thing. Avis with the smoke dragon decides to not be part of any of this and just is staying out of it.
Avis is my favorite character of this entire
He's my
adventure.
Darius, I'll give you another chance to redeem yourself because you're in a dance off, you're in a
Alright,
circus off, you're in a performance off. Come on.
Then Alhara and I are gonna do some strength acrobatics. You know those performers that they have one hand and then we're only on fingertips and she's using her fingertips to hold up. You know.
Yeah.
Dare I say, you should add the wound trait to this just to one-up the show you did earlier that they already saw.
Can we?
Sure.
All right. Let's make it real dangerous.
Okay.
You want to do -10, -5, 0?
Sure. But in addition to that, Alhara is going to be using her incredible jumping ability to just be leaping
Yes.
literally 20 feet in the air from standing.
You don't have to
Yes.
do all three. You half
just
did all
give you
three
one.
because she actually did the big number.
All
You
right.
can just do one and do it at full strength. You don't
Okay.
even have to
I'll
take
do
a
that.
negative.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can do anything you want. Just if you want to use acrobatics, if you want to use perform, anything you
I'll
feel
perform.
is necessary.
A medicine check to wow the crowd.
No,
You
no,
can do
that is not a
You
good
can do
idea.
that.
16.
Oh no! You rolled this. You rolled a terrible. You rolled a 3.
Terrible. Over 3.
Hero point. Hero point.
I already
Hero
spent
point.
it.
He already
spent it.
used it.
Oh no.
How did you already spend it?
Because I wanted to do
First
a perform
round.
check.
Because he rolled a 3 before.
Yep.
Because he's persistent. He's like trying to hold up Alhara, but Alhara's like, I haven't practiced this before. What are you doing? And she's like wobbling
Go
all
with
over
it.
the place.
Right.
And
She
you're
wasn't
like trying
expecting
to
it.
just,
I'm
you're like just
forcing
trying
it.
to improvise. You're like,
Yeah.
this is not working out well.
Hopefully Alhara can fix this.
Atron, are you going to try to damage people? Oh, I forgot. Rihanna takes some damage. And she has reflection.
5.
She doesn't lose it, so she's on fire while she's doing this.
I don't remember. Do I sustain this spell?
Persistent damage, you
No.
usually don't have to sustain it.
Oh,
No,
okay.
you don't
Yeah,
sustain
thanks. Sorry.
He's just like frightened and then also, which, goes away at the end of her turn as usual.
I think seeing the others and what they're doing, Atron dramatically turns around and turns their back to everyone and gestures then to their cauldron that is back towards the curtain, and the wood would begin to smoke, and the color of azure seas and spring violets and green moss would come flowing out, the next step that they expected for their own step, or for their own trick. And the scent of cardamom and orange would fill the tent as the cauldron would start to bubble and froth and hiss, and strange motes would start rising into the air, crackling with a pop. The smoke would twirl and twist, forming shapes reminiscent of Hap, Darius, Alhara, and Ataran, and they begin to battle a smoky version of a massive demon, corrupted, sluggish undead, and misguided, lizard-looking like folks from underground, all while Ataran watches, gesturing, and then glances over their shoulder at the assembled with a smile. And then all fall, and the group start to return back as members of the Circus of Wayward Wonders starts charging through to the smoke like a crowd. And I would like to make my crafting check for my trick.
Damn.
Yeah, I had
Yeah, that
written
was pretty
something
cool.
up for last week, so
I can tell.
this way I can get to use it a little. All right, and because we can now use the prop trait, I get a +1, so it's actually a +14 craft.
Well, sort of. You're supposed to make a roll for that, but okay. Just do it.
So it's a 22 without the +1.
Okay. Okay.
Which
It's all right.
Don't we need higher?
Well, no, we're doing something. You're doing it against theirs, so it's sort of like it's like a dance off. So you're kind of
Yeah,
yours
I think
are up against theirs.
do I hear a point of 9?
It's up to you.
I really...
I wouldn't.
Yeah. All right. So that's my first action.
That's actually your full action. This is your whole action.
Okay, sure. That's great. That's
Yeah,
absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Cool.
Alhara, you're wobbling. He's not doing a good job.
All right, yeah. We're gonna have to amaze them. So, the Featherfall 5 have their acrobatics equipment set up high up there, and Alhara knows the rigging really well. So here's what she's gonna do. She's gonna leap off her brother's shoulders up to the rigging and start just doing incredible leaps from one place to another, all about the rigging, only to swing down and land in the center ring. And I'm gonna make an athletics check. I rolled a 6. I don't like it. I'm gonna hero point that athletics check.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta make this.
Yeah.
There we go. 27. That is
All
much
right.
better.
There you go. You do that, and everyone's all impressed. The crowd's like, "Ooh!" It's like they don't know what's going on. This place is madness. There was attacking, there was spirits, there was fighting. Now there's a show, and there's a lot going on. The crowd's just losing their mind. It's really there's just a lot.
Fantastic.
Hap is actually done with her act. I don't know if there's something you want to do specifically, but I'd say you're done and actually can't perform anymore.
Yeah, no,
Totally
I'm okay
done.
with that. I'm okay with
All
that.
All right. Delmar will try one more time. Seeing that, Delmar also will try to leap up into the rigging and then, like, sort of do some acrobatics on the Featherfall 5's, tightrope and, on the tightrope. See if he can do what you did, but...
Can I burn the tightrope?
Cooler. No, it's made out of metal.
So? And?
You guys are trying to de-escalate.
It'd be
I
funny
will say
watching
no,
life on it.
because-
Okay, that's fair.
Let me do my thing. Oh no. 33. Jeez, it's almost like he's better at you than this. I don't know, like the crowd is almost like, they're like impressed with this too.
He's
Maybe
not better
more
than me.
so. Maybe more so. The crowd's going back and forth. Rihanna, she's on
The
fire.
good part about all this is it's happening in our circus. This helps us no matter how great he does.
True. He's really impressive. Like, you guys hate his guts, but holy crap,
Gotta respect the skill.
this guy is amazing. He's really good. Rihanna's on fire, and she continues her barking, trying to wow the crowd and saying, "Look at Delmar, look at the grace, look at the elegance. You too can come and see the circus." And she's like going on about their new acts and everything that's coming out next week. And she's just trying to do her barking to gather the crowd. Holy moly! Is that a natural 20 I see right there?
Damn it,
Jeez.
Steven.
Damn, Steve! Stop rolling so damn well! It's almost like I can't roll poorly even if I try. Damn it! I don't know, man. They seem to like it. But, just as all hope looks lost, something happens. Avis, the smoke dragon, suddenly runs forward in front of the crowd and starts his act in the name of the Circus of Wayward Wonders.
Oh, I knew he was cool. I knew it.
And he starts going on, and he's breathing smoke into different animal shapes. First, it's a dragon, and it looks fearsome. And then he blows smoke in the form of knights on horseback, charging the dragon. And then he changes the smoke to look like it's this fanciful fight in front of everybody. And everyone is just amazed and just astounded, because this is new. They never saw this before. He's going on, and throughout the whole time, he's talking about the Circus of Wayward Wonders and what you can see here, and that he's going to be performing here and showing you his act, and every time it's going to be a different battle, and you need to come every week to see the battle progress. And he's narrating the whole battle between the dragon and the knights, and they have names and everything.
Can I help him? Can I accentuate?
Yeah, sure. You go. Yeah, you do it.
No. He's following. I'm just gonna roll aid. His dragon breathes actual fire.
Oh, even cooler. There you go. So his dragon's like actual fire. Oh, look at that, 25. Yep, more than enough. You like actual fire is coming out of the dragon's mouth, and the crowd is going crazy. And let's see if I really can roll well. It's not going to matter what I roll, but I'm going to...
This is where you nat 1 it. This is where it happens.
It doesn't happen. It doesn't matter. I never nat 1. Let's see. Who knows? Pretty close.
A nat 3.
I'll roll again.
Wow.
We're going to pretend it didn't happen.
He's going to use his hero point.
Yeah, whatever. It would have been fun if I natted 20. We'll just pretend I did. But anyhow, he does an incredibly good job, and the crowd goes crazy, and they're just like chanting. And Delmar and Rana, seeing that Avis has switched sides, they like looking at him with dagger eyes, and they just smile, and they see that everyone thinks that this is part of an act. So they start to take a bow, and that's a signal that this is ending, by the way. That they're smiling and just bowing and leaving quickly, by the way. So, you're going to try to stop them?
Everyone cheer for the...
Gosh,
Yeah,
I
thank
kinda want
you.
to.
Thank you for
And
your
we'll clap.
efforts.
We'll do a round of applause for the Celestial Menagerie.
That's right, and they hightail it out of here while you are taking your bows and... Well, saving this from absolute disaster, because this would have been... You don't even want to know how bad it would have been.
Yeah. Yeesh.
Brilliant
It started out
idea
pretty bad.
that Vanessa had to turn it on them as a performance.
It was the only way we were going to get out of it. We were getting
Yeah.
our butts kicked.
Yeah, I couldn't hit them for shit.
All right. Well,
right.
it looks like they roped us into giving away souvenirs at the next show, so that'll be fun.
So, after all that, they leave. Avis the Smoke Dragon, and you can see his act's actually really impressive. And he sort of
Seems pretty cool.
and looking at you, and he says, he like quickly runs over to, I don't know who would be Darius, I guess, because you're right there. He's like, "Oh, can I talk to you?" He's got like a smoky voice. He's like,
Of course.
I've been meaning to defect from the Celestial Menagerie for quite some time, and I really didn't want to be part of this, and you guys seem way cooler. Yeah, if you have any room
We
in your
can talk
circus.
after the show, my friend.
right.
You're
Cool.
welcome to join us at the fire after the performances.
All right. That's all I ask, because I think I just lost my home there after that. I took a
Understood.
big
We
risk.
will keep you here, and you will do well.
Wait, is the show over or just that part?
That was the big number. You still got 3 more acts to go, believe it or not. that was Act 3. That was.
I go over to my
that was a long
adoring
act.
fans, and I pose, and I give them all high fives if they want to.
Were you gonna say hugs and kisses?
Well,
Hugs and kisses.
if they reach out to hug me, I will allow it.
Oh, they're
if
gonna
they
be
wanna-
giving you hugs.
If they want to touch my muscles, they can do it.
Oh, they're
Welcome.
touching your muscles. That's
They're
right.
a little bloody, but they can certainly
Wow.
touch them.
In fact, they want you to like put your arms up because you're so tall, and they want to hang on
Oh,
them.
let them hang on my arm. Absolutely.
Oh, that's right. It's like all 4 of them. They've been doing 4
That's
at a
right.
time. It's
Two-
like
two on each arm.
side. That's right.
Yeah.
You're walking around doing the old muscle pose.
Oh, look at me! I have wings.
Oh boy,
Lady wings.
Yeah. So afterwards, and when you go backstage, you find lots of phone numbers in your clothes.
What's
by
a
the
phone
way.
number?
Well, it's you give lots of contact information.
There you go.
In your
Yes.
in your nethers.
What?
How'd that
Oh,
get in
They
there?
stuff
Whoa!
my dresses in my pants.
They've been stuffing stuff in you because they want
They what?
All right, so we can move
Phrasing?
on to this.
to. What?
Hey,
What?
if Ataran and Alhara can have lovey-dovey kiss time, I can have lovey-dovey kiss time.
Darius can have
Sure.
a fan club. I think
Yeah,
Hap's
fan
just
club.
jealous. Hap's been having a rough day.
No,
She
Hap's
is.
not jealous. Hap is busy trying to find another set of oversized
Another circus?
pants.
Another
No.
circus to join?
Look,
Oh,
I burned up the outfit I was wearing because I didn't have time to get out of it, so I have to go put together another clown outfit.
Yeah, the clown outfit's all gone. You know what the problem is? You're not going to have time, so you better not be able to send in the clowns for the next 3 acts. Oh, no!
I
That's
don't have
the
time to
downside.
throw on some silly
Nah,
clothes
nah,
and
nah,
magic
nah.
my makeup together.
Nah. They've already seen you. You're not going to be clown enough for you. You're too tired. You got you're not in the clowning mood. You're like after the fight, you're all like ramped up. You don't have enough. You don't have the right energy to bring them down. That's how you got to do it. All right. Well, that was Act 4, and I'm gonna say that you generated 15 excitement from that. So holy moly!
What?
Yeah. Well,
Oh
because
yeah,
of Hap.
from Hap. Yeah. Her 3 successes were fantastic,
Yeah, and one critical success.
which increases our anticipation, but we're capped already.
You're capped.
Oh, okay.
You're
I
capped.
thought that increased excitement for some reason.
No, it does
No.
both, but you're capped.
It
so
does,
doesn't
yeah, it
matter.
does the regular amount of excitement, but it also increases anticipation up to half your level,
Nice.
rounded up.
Okay,
So
you're
it
up
would've
to
been-
44 excitement. Now, using my new method, you have to try to hit the real point is 80. At 80, 100% double pay.
Hmm.
So
I mean, if only
Keep
we
it
still
going,
had the
keep it going.
pyrotechnics, because we would have had 30 from that.
I don't know.
Yeah, if only.
If only. So who's next? You still got now the finales, Trick 5, 6, and 7. You
So-
can go through these kind of quick. You have whoever's
Atron
left.
did sort of a preview of his and was supposed to do the big number.
Atron can
do-
still do theirs.
Do they
if they
want
want.
to? Yeah, do they want to perform as part of the big finale?
I could and finish what I
Yeah.
started with.
Sure, that
Yeah.
sounds good.
You can do a truncated description. You don't have to give me a full description.
Okay.
We believe in you.
Well, so you already gave me. I mean, you already wrote something up and you used it. So
Well, that was so I created 3 blocks for the 3
I see.
checks. Now that we always do the 3
right,
checks.
Yeah.
right, okay. You could do that was like the preview of your
The
show.
preview.
Yeah, Hap was actually the big number. You were like almost just, hey, look at me. I'm not killing someone.
I literally
actively
stole the show from you.
anymore." Look at that. You stole the show. Jellico,
Nice.
by the way, you dragged back, and he's sleeping. He's sleeping.
Aw.
But even his resting face, he looks a lot less evil now.
I thought
So-
he might turn into a decent person. Like maybe the evil clown was the spirit all along.
Hey, you never know.
Hey, maybe inside of him, he was evil all along and didn't even know it. It's like a reverse Christmas story. Okay, who's act? We got Trick 5, 6, and 7. Anyone you got? Everyone's ready. Everyone's
All right.
ready to go.
So, should I count any of my previous rolls or just do brand new rolls?
Brand new rolls.
All right.
You
so-
going first. Okay, Atron.
Yeah, Atron will
Level 5, Trick DC 20. Go!
go back to the cauldron and they grin and lower their chin, raising their hands before their face. Erula Vodik, they chant, and send a bunch of wood flying from the dark edges of the tent to gather in the center, and then burst a flame. And then Atron gestures, and the cauldron goes floating and lands atop it as smoke begins to twirl. Now the magic will truly begin. And I will make my first check, and I'll start with the -10 and build up to it as the others have.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
now
like
you
that.
can do the alchemical check
Okay.
if you wanted to, and that gives you, as part of the trick, can expend. You just use an item. You don't even need to
Ooh.
roll 20
So-
then.
I got a nat 20. It didn't ask me to do the
Whoa.
-10.
Yeah, I noticed
Oh.
that. I wasn't getting that either.
So
Oh,
It
this
doesn't
is
do it on
actually
skill
do
check.
it. Doesn't do that. It doesn't do a skill check.
so this is actually
Yeah.
-9. So I got a 24.
But that's still a critical success?
Woohoo!
Well, 20 is a 20, so it doesn't matter. So that was your -9 perform, and that's a crit. And so
Right, but I think they were saying even with the -9,
5,
it's still a success. So the nat 20 makes it a crit success.
Yeah.
correct. Oh yeah. So it was already a success plus crit. So all right, people love it. they're all pumped after that insanity.
Yeah. Woo.
They're just like, yeah, Acheron, Acheron. They're psyched. I think they're seeing the colors and they're just overstimulated. And then he comes out with a bubbling cauldron. It's too much.
Nice.
It's too much, I tell you.
They would walk.
It's like going to a laser light show.
Oh, there you go. They would walk forward, so they're near the cauldron, and they throw both their hands up and let their sleeves come down. A bit of liquid splashing as the wood hisses from the cauldron, and they throw numerous ingredients in and making the smoke weave in further, filling the entire space. And you see the various crowd of the Circus of Wayward Wonders cheering as the Hap, Darius, Alhara, and Acheron battle those creatures again, but at vivid detail. And the air like cracks and pops as the creatures fall, and then numerous little dots and crowded people from within the smoke seem to be rushing forward as they approach what looks like a faint, smoky visage of the city, as if the circus was actually approaching. So now I will do my next check. So this should actually be at +1, -5, so -4. So this is a 22.
Yep, you succeed. Another 5 excitement. Everyone's loving you, and the people are just chanting. What's the name of your full act?
Uncanny Acheron's Cauldron of Curious Concoctions.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Acheron, Acheron, Acheron. That's too much. They're just chanting your name.
Yeah, that's cool.
And they're like, and people are like throwing stuff at you, but happily, not like evil stuff.
Nice.
Like good stuff.
They're throwing tomatoes to you, not at you.
Acheron, sign my Bunsen burner.
That's right. They're like throwing. That's right. You're like,
Acheron, sign my flask.
that's right. They're excited. They're like, ooh, you do science so sexy.
Sign my periodic table of the elements.
Ooh.
My favorite element is helium. What's yours?
Why do I feel like I'm being made fun of here?
No, it's not. I'm just
Nothing to do with you.
It's an alchemical science trick.
I just can't help it. I can't help
It's
it.
science.
It's not.
I'm a scientist. I'm feeling like, why are you
feel,
jabbing
you
at
feel
me?
attacked? Do you feel attacked
I
by
do.
science?
I
And
do
sure
feel
enough,
attacked.
up in the like the rafters, you see all these people in lab coats. They're like, yeah, yeah, science rocks, yeah.
Acheron calls out, and now with cockatrice bladder, demon's horn, and Zolgast tears, informing of a further list of ingredients they add to the cauldron. Each ingredient brings a new snap to the air, new colors to the smoke, and new scents to tantalize the crowd with visions of various shapes appearing of creatures and lands. The cauldron begins to bubble over as pale-colored facsimiles of the Celestial Menagerie's players fly about the tent, frowning and shaking fists, pouting and ranting as the rest of the Wayward Wonders acts emerge from the smoke and drive off the bubbling fools of the Celestial Menagerie. Acheron's eyes widen out of amusement as their smile broadens. The fire builds as they chant, a flash sends twirling bands of smoke, blue, green, and violet firing up into the air. And Acheron quickly walks into it with a flourish as their mantle and cloak and laughter echoes throughout the tent. And I will make my final check. And I'd written all that, not knowing what was about to happen.
It's awesome.
So this is +1,
23.
so a 23.
Another 5. Boy, they are just, man. I think you know what? After you finish it up, the professor comes to you and says, we're going to have to start selling Acheron science kits in the concession stand soon, I tell you. It's going to be like, instead of Mr. Science, you're going to have Acheron Science.
I should also thank Fidget, because Fidget has helped me with some of my alchemical things of recent. But thank you.
Yes, everyone's going crazy. They love the
Yay.
show. The alchemists in the audience are just really going crazy. They're taking notes. They're just, they're throwing their concoctions up in the air, so you see little explosions going off, little
Ooh.
like pops of their, of their concoctions, adding to the excitement. It's quite the show you're putting on. Got 2 more acts. Who's left? It's all the All the low-level people. All the level 1 people. But you got all everyone. Who's going to be? Who's going to be?
Someone want to do the Flambonis?
Could be the Flambonis. Could be the Dwarven Brothers. Could be Axel. Maybe Axel...
I think Axel needs another chance.
But the
I think
animals
Axel
are
needs another
sick.
chance.
But the
Oh, the
animals are
animals are
sick.
sick.
Including his animals?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe not.
Yeah, we were gonna finish with Flamboni Sisters and Eliza, but we'd probably swap out Eliza for someone else
When
because
was
of
the
the
last
sick
time
animals.
the throwers went?
Probably a while. So you do
Have
them.
they ever went?
Flamboni Sisters?
The
don't
throwers.
Oh, the
Flambonis
dwarf
Sisters
throwers?
sisters usually go.
The dwarf throwers? Once.
Once?
Darius did them once.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Has
You can do
anybody
them.
has anybody
They're
never
funny.
done them? I'll do the dwarf
I
throwers.
think
I'll do the dwarf throwers.
All right. There you go. So who wants to do who? The dwarf throwers are funny. Whoever wants to do them.
Yeah, I don't know what they do, but they're silly, and I have some ideas.
See, these tumblers shape themselves into a living ballista and launch themselves through the air. You want to do that one?
Yeah, I'll do them, and just for fun, I'm gonna give them the fire trait.
Woohoo! Okay, they're easy because they're level 1, so they have 15, and they have, they have a trait of team, and they have acrobatics +7 and athletics +10. Plus
Okay.
10 is pretty damn good.
So they're gonna be using +10, and their DC is what, like 15?
Yeah, 15.
Okay. All right. So the dwarven throwers are a little bit silly. They come out but they're like kind of like running in a line, and they're going hut 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 hut, and they do that the entire performance, and then like one of them picks up the other one and just throws him, and he lands, and they're like hut 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 hut, and then like somebody wheels out like some big boxes, and then one of them gets like thrown on top of the box, and then I don't know, we'll take a -10 at that because that's not very exciting.
Okay. Yikes.
-3.
Well,
Wow.
not really. No. How'd you put in -10 in there? Well, because it's actually not a -10 because they get a +10.
Oh yeah, duh. So
I was like,
It's a 0.
all right, I'm like, what?
so 13. Yeah. Okay.
No, well, you rolled a 7. 7 plus 0 is 7.
Oh. What's
So,
wrong
Clowns?
Then how did that
I
turn
don't
into
know. 7.
-3?
well, because you put in a -10.
Yeah.
You put a -10 with no other
They
bonus.
get a plus
They get
10.
a
Get a
plus
+10.
Then -10,
Oh,
so it should
okay,
have been
my
a +0.
God.
So,
It's been a week, y'all. It's been a week.
It's all good.
Maybe we shouldn't attack you for your science.
I know. Maybe you need some help. We'll send
Okay,
you,
You became
okay.
demoralized by science.
We'll send you Otteron science
Demoralized
kit
by
for
science.
for Christmas.
All right, so
Demoralized by
they bring
science.
out some more like boxes, like of different like different sizes, so that now there's like a small like 3 boxes in like a stairwell, and then like one of them goes hoot, and he throws the other one to the top, and then the other one comes up and gets thrown to the next one, and they just throw each other up these stairs, and then and then they throw each other down and they tumble, and we'll do a -5 for this.
Plus
so
5.
just +5.
So +5.
There we go.
15. That's the magic number. Yay! You do it.
And then for
To
the
make people a little bit more excited. Woohoo!
And then for the last one, they bring out the 3 boxes get wheeled away, and they wheel out a comically oversized slingshot, a ring that stands vertical, and a trampoline that's angled a little bit, and they set the ring on fire, and one brother loads the other brother into the slingshot, and fire shoots him through the ring, and then he hits the trampoline and comes back through the ring. Okay.
+0. Well, +10.
This is stupid.
Here we go. +10.
Hey,
24.
Oh, yeah.
Just missed.
Awesome.
Doesn't matter. It's the same difference. 1. Everyone loved it. Woohoo! Big finale! Yay! Everyone's excited. Woohoo!
And then they go hut, 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 all the way to the curtain.
all the way
Nice.
home. And who's last? Flamboni sisters? Someone doing the Flambonis? Hello?
Not it.
Robert.
I can do the Flambonis.
Yeah, go for it, Rob.
Flamboni, see feats of juggling from these 2 brave sisters. Can they juggle fire? Will they set themselves on fire? Who knows? They only get a +7 to their check.
+7 is their best check.
Yeah, and they have a plus, and they're fire. So
That adds something to it, or what does it do?
um,
Being a fire act.
oh yeah, that's true. So if they're doing fire and they're using, let's see, hold on.
Fire's intimidate.
Yeah, no, weirdly they don't have that. They have deception, which is like, why would you use deception?
Because fire would work
Deception?
with pyrotechnics regardless of intimidate.
What's the other thing they have? They have their save because they also have injury. So, well, roll well.
All right. The Flamboni sisters come out, and they usually have like those juggling torches. Well, they have sort of those, but they're shaped like large swords. But they're like still not metal, but they're black. They look like swords, and what they do is they go to a brazier to begin in the center of the ring, and they light them up, and they do this kind of sword swing. They have two each, and they're whipping them around like in Beastmaster or in other movies where swords are prominently swung around like decoratively.
Conan.
In Raiders of the Lost Ark,
Raiders.
before he gets shot, right? That guy,
Mhm.
big scimitar-looking baddies, and then they slowly walk away and they separate, and they start to throw them at each other, and they will catch them as they loop through the air and then throw them back, and then they're dual juggling flaming swords.
With the greatest of ease.
So we're doing the -10 first.
Sure.
It's up to you.
So that is a -3.
That's a -3.
Yeah.
13.
Oh, not bad. I mean, if you're gonna roll to 16, that's as good as it gets. You almost did it, but it doesn't hurt you.
Yep.
It's
Okay.
like you're just warming up the audience. You're just getting warmed up.
Yeah, and you only need a 15 for these folks anyhow, so it's pretty
Yeah.
close.
Yeah, pretty close.
All right. So I will. The next part of it. Now they're throwing these flaming swords at each other. They are next to them are little like pots that just decorative. They thought, but inside is like a flaming liquid. And what they're doing is they're throwing them, and on one of the loops it knocks over a pot and it causes like an explosion as they catch the sword. So around them it eventually creates a ring of fire from this liquid.
Ring of fire.
+7, -5, only a +2, right?
Yep, +2.
I don't know. I rolled a 17 plus
19.
19. Because you put in too many pluses, but
I
that's
put too many
okay.
pluses.
Woohoo! Another excitement. Everyone's loving it. All right. Yay, fire! Yay, fire! Yay, fire! Everyone loves the fire, man. I tell you. Good job. And then you have one more, and this is it, the big finish, and then everyone's going to come out and take a bow.
The big finish
longest circus ever.
is they have like behind them looks like a wall that looks like torch sconces, but they're not. There's like little tiny explosives in them. So now they're walking around this ring of fire, and they're tossing these swords and bouncing them off this wall, and there are also explosions that happen around them.
What happens around them?
Explosions from
You
the
have to make-
fiery swords.
Shh, you're supposed to make the noise. What's happening around them? There you go, that's it.
That's the universally recognized noise for an explosion. All of human nature knows that that's how you make explosion noises.
Yeah,
I'll let
just
you
like
hero
pew
point
pew
that.
is lasers.
You do one
Hero
extra
point it?
hero point, yeah. Sure.
Uh-uh.
No, we got a 2!
Oh my god!
Sorry.
Rob, you
Oof.
really have to work on your die rolling. I'm going to give you homework.
Practice die rolling.
I want you can get into this program whenever you want. Just press the buttons. Just keep it going until you start getting those high rolls. I know you can do it. You see me do it all the time. I know you know how to do it. You know how I do it? I pray to the computer gods and I say, give me a 20 so I can kill my friends. And they do. It's beautiful. You got to learn. Anyhow, they come out. People still love it. You know what? People are having such a good time that they still enjoyed it. I mean, there was just so much going on. They're overstimulated. Too much to drink. Too much excitement. Just too much. This should be the circus of too much. The circus of too many wonders. There you go. So you get a total of At the end, 61 excitement.
Is
Damn.
that over what we needed? What did we need?
40.
40.
Hey, that's so
Awesome.
good.
So
Yeah,
I
you did
will-
really well.
I'll make it so if you roll, just roll a d20, and if you roll a 9 or higher, you get double payout. One roll,
I got it.
no hero point,
I got it.
9 or higher. It's a pretty good
Don't
chance.
let Rob do it.
55.
Nat 20!
Ooh, nat
Nat
20.
20!
Yay!
I didn't see it. Can you do that again? I
It's
missed
in
it.
the law.
Take a
Oh!
screenshot and fucking email it.
You know what? I hate to say it to you, Rob. You might want to start taking some notes because it sounds
I do.
like
I need-
Vanessa.
I need Vanessa to train me in how to roll
Vanessa
dice.
prayed to the correct god of
Oh, maybe
die
that's my
roll.
problem.
I know
I
which
don't
one I
pray.
prayed to.
That's right. She prayed to the right god. So yeah, you get everything. Critical success. You get 4 prestige. So the most you can get is 9. So you're up to 9 prestige. You can't even go above that. Your final, I will give you excitement of 80. Final anticipation is 40. So we will give you your bonus. So what is that? It's prestige plus final anticipation. So 49 times 2, right? So what is that?
98.
98. So 98 gold pieces.
Wow.
98
This is a
gold
lucrative
pieces.
town.
Good job. Now take 5% off because you have a tax. Don't forget.
Hey, think about it like this. That's 98 gold we took from the menagerie.
So 93 gold and 1 silver. So 93.1 because you owe a 5% tax to the town on your profit, which you agreed to, as opposed to the standard 20%. Good thing I just edited that episode today, so I remembered all that stuff, because if I didn't, I probably would have forgotten it, including Kat and Darius's little friends over there. Hello.
Hello, ladies.
And in fact, not only do you see them, but after the show where you do like the meet and greet, you actually see the people from Louder Chowder. And they're so excited that they come up to you and they ask if Darius and Alhara will endorse their chowder officially. And they can maybe
absolutely.
like they've
Oh
had
yeah.
different names of different chowders at their place for a while. And maybe they can use you guys, kind of like the sandwiches in the
Deep
LA
Sea Darius
doubles.
is delicious chowder.
There you go.
I love it.
There you go. Deep Sea's Darius's
It's got
delicious
clams.
chowder.
Well, actually, it's mussels.
That's
right?
It has to have He
It's
looks
mussels.
at you. He's
Absolutely.
like, please, can't have clams.
No, it's mussels.
That's Alhara's chowder.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yikes! Okay.
Yikes! That actually was
That was such a good
unintentionally funny.
That was we backed into a terrifyingly great. joke.
That was
We fell into that joke like a fucking pit. Okay. Yeah, mussels.
damn.
Darius
That
is
was a funny joke.
Darius is mussely chowder, and it's just
Ooh.
I don't think she's had that potion yet, so. But
Creamy
yeah,
mussels.
no, mussels. That sounds good.
Creamy-
Mussels.
creamy, delicious, garlicky mussels.
So Alhara could have the clam or lobster, because I hear Alhara likes lobster quite a bit.
Or lobster.
What are you doing?
Wow.
Vanessa?
I'm
That
just,
was-
I'm
that was
just,
a
I'm just
good one.
embarrassed.
Yeah,
I'm
that
just
was-
embarrassed.
You throw things out randomly, something will stick eventually. Anyhow. Everyone else can get one too. Hap.
Oh, Hap's not there.
Oh, Hap's not there? Okay. Otteron.
And if you want to make a line of chowders,
yeah,
you can come up with them.
Okay.
Halibut
You're gonna have
or
to come
haddock
up.
for half.
Hey, you did this with
The Spirits.
Spirits.
That's right, the spirits. So now you're gonna have to have the chowder's chowder. I need that. I need to have. I
Is
need
that
you
our
guys.
chain of stores? Just we
You know
just
what?
Say the thing twice.
Yes, it's Louder's chowder, spirits.
Louder chowder,
spirits.
spirits. Well, that's two different words.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but they both rhyme. So
Yeah.
maybe you guys can have maybe you could serve each other's stuff. You can have spirits and Louder's chowder, and you can serve small bowls
it's
of
like
chowder. Yeah, you could do like cross promotion.
And as long as the two
Like
words
there's a
always
Taco Bell
rhyme, it's still
and
on brand.
the Pizza
Right.
Hut combination
Yeah.
Taco Bell.
Right, we can have the Taco Bell, Pizza Hut. We could have the
Louder Chowder, Spirit.
Yeah, we could have the Nathan's 31
Chowder
flavors.
We could have
all
Meachia's
those.
Pizzas.
I'm at the combination
Meachia's
Louder
Pizzas.
Cheddar, Spirit.
Yeah. That's right. I'm starting to see chains here. We're gonna stop playing this game, and soon it's gonna be turning into instead of Pathfinder, it's Franchise Finder, where we're gonna go and find franchises.
Franchise finder.
And we're
Right.
gonna open up franchises all around Galarian. We try to make as much money as
So
possible.
eventually the PCs become like Shark Tank.
Yeah, Shark Tank. That's right. Except you could do it with real sharks inside a tank.
We could actually have anthropomorphic shark creatures.
That's right. That would be awesome.
Welcome to Shark Finder.
That I don't even remember what we're doing in this adventure. Are we doing an adventure path?
Yes,
I can't even remember.
We just let's bring it back
Is it
to the
someone
circus.
else's birthday?
The circus is
It's gotta
over.
be someone else's birthday today.
We did critically great. We got 93 gold for our performances and the help from the menagerie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we also I think we gained
Unwitting help from the menagerie.
Yes, we
Which
also
makes it
gained
even better.
Yeah, and then we gained another member of our family who
Mhm.
defected
That's
from
true.
their circus, and he makes cool smoke tricks. And we have a line of chowders, and it's just doing great. Even
Atron's
though we
corn
started
chowder.
Atron's what?
Corn chowder.
Mmm.
ahi
Atron's
tuna.
Vegetarian.
Ahi.
Oh,
tuna. Sure.
yes, vegetarian.
I don't know if they actually have ahi in this world. I think it would have to be
Tintia.
Tinsia.
Tincha.
Yeah, it'd be like Tinsia tuna.
Ha 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 ha.
I actually like that more. Okay, well, you put on a great show.
Woo!
The constable comes up to you with some of her guards, and she looks at you all. Well, you put on, well, a different show. I'll put it at that. I'm presuming the little run-in with the Celestial Menagerie was unplanned, but it seems you managed to pivot from that quite successfully. I'll give you credit. Just don't let any of that spill into my town. Got it?
Understood.
Of course.
I know that competition is good for everybody, and I want to start seeing corpses appear. Got enough trouble to deal with.
Are you aware that they allegedly drug some of their people to keep them in the circus?
So she looks at Atron as you say that, and she sort of gives you the evil eye, and you don't even need to roll, you automatically fail. And she says, let me just tell you something. Mr. Stusslight, she draws a lot of water in this town. She might do a couple of things here and there, but she has a lot of powerful friends in a lot of places. I do what I can just to keep things above board. I got a million other things to deal with that actually have to do with life and death. If she's doing something a little bit unruly to entertain the crowds, I'll get to it after I deal with things like, illegal brothels, human trafficking, drugs, arson. Maybe she's doing that. But right now, it's kind of low on my tasks.
I understand the priority. I only wish to ask if you knew of such things.
There's a lot of people who do a lot of unsavory things in this town. And don't you be one of them. So she looks at you all and says,
Everything we do is very savory and delicious.
Yes, well, keep up the good show. You can keep this plot of land for as long as you need. And again, just keep it civil between the two of you. I don't want to be seeing fights every week or find dead people appearing mysteriously. Don't worry, I'm going to give them the same talk to as well. It's not just you. Don't feel like I'm singling you out.
Thank you.
Anyhow, good job with the show. Looks like everyone's had a good time. And she looks at the line out the tent, especially of all the fangirls and fanboys and fan others waiting to see everyone. She says,
The
"Looks
fan
like
days.
The what?
The fan days.
The fan days. There you go. The fan days.
Fan days,
I
yeah.
like that. Fan days. They're all looking around,
Absolutely.
waiting for you. So I won't keep you any longer. And she goes to talk to the professor to get the 5%, of course. So, and that's it. So she walks off. So you looks like you did a pretty good job with the circus. It looks like you also got let's see, lots of things. You conned the performers. You stopped the competing tickets. You managed to successfully recruit Avis the Smoke Dragon. You defeated Delmar and Rihanna through a dance battle. And you had a successful show. So you are 1,285 experience points, which means...
Which means?
You tell me.
Which means?
If you have over 1,000 experience points, what does that mean?
It means you're really good at things.
It means we level up.
That's right. You
Leveled
level
up, everybody.
Woo!
Wow, that was anticlimactic.
Level.
I thought you were going to say something cool and play like
Level
roll for
6.
combat.
No, but level 6. Now I hear level 6 is a really big level for Otteron. I hear Otteron, Hap, and Darius get a lot of cool things at level 6.
I bet they do.
Not so much for Alhara. I hear Alhara, it's kind of a boring
Okay.
level for her.
Well, here's the thing. Alhara gets only 2 things, but they are both extraordinarily important to the success of not only the show, which would be Three-Ring Adventure, but the adventure path. And though it's a small level in terms of new abilities, it's potent. Should I tell you what they are now? Should we spoil it or wait?
No, we can do it now. We can
Yeah,
do
Can
it.
I have
do
my
it now.
dog back yet?
You know what? Let's wait.
Okay, all right.
Let's do the
We'll
dog
wait.
first. So,
Okay, we'll do
So
that.
after
the
this-
moment the
Okay.
show ended, Hap just sprinted to the cave.
That's fair.
I hope she doesn't
Okay.
get herself killed.
sprints to the cave. She sees Kalakek sleeping, and Riley is sleeping on Kalakek. It's so cute. Everyone, aww, all at the same time. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna wake them?
She cuddles up next to them.
Are you gonna sleep in
I
there
don't
with
actually
you?
want to go into the cave. I don't actually want to be in the cave.
Oh, well, you go in the cave and because you can't help yourself. You love your dog so much, and you're like, Kalakek, and you hear anything. You slowly walk in until you see them like,
Oh,
all
gosh.
huddled up. What do you do?
Let me look through my spells real quick. I don't think I have anything that's gonna be good.
Look at that. Riley's on Kalakek's tummy. Aww, because he's gargantuan.
I'm gonna back up a little bit because you've got me way too close. Excuse me, Mr. Kalkek.
He like wakes up. It's like, oh, it's the pretty girl. What
The
is
show's over. I want my Riley.
Looking around, she's like, guess things are okay. They didn't ask about me. They didn't come for me, did they? You didn't hear anything?
They actually came for us. The menagerie showed up and tried to kill us.
Did you kill him?
We tried to, but we honestly need some more help. They were a little too strong.
He doesn't like that when he hears that. He looks at Riley, and you can tell they're like communicating telepathically, almost as if they have a psychic connection. And Riley runs back to you, happily.
Oh, he's my good boy.
Licks
Oh,
your
you're
face.
my
He's all
buddy.
excited.
Oh,
Says,
it's so good to see you.
I'll let him go for now, but just let you know, I can bring him back any time, with or without your permission. I'm gonna stay here. You keep that menagerie away from me. You got it?
We want
Got
to keep
it.
them away from all of us.
Get out of here. And Daddy like rolls back over to go back to bed.
Come on, Riley, let's get out of here.
Riley's all excited to be with you. It's all jumping around like a puppy. Woohoo! Look at that. Riley and Hap back together
Okay.
again. Back
Aw.
in the
Do we get
saddle
back in time for
again.
chowder? We really didn't want to miss the chowder.
Oh yeah, you get back in time with the chowder. The chowder talk. Why, do
Oh,
you have a
good.
name for your chowder?
it's got to be the Starlight, and it has to be
The Starlight Salmon.
it has to be so spicy that people who are like, I can handle spicy food, let me have that. They can't handle it. It has to be so spicy that it's like a challenge and everyone fails, because that generates excitement. People will talk about that. Did you beat the Starlight Challenge? No, man, I got real close. I got halfway through it.
What do they get if they succeed?
I don't know, a t-shirt.
What does it say? I burned the roof of my mouth, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt.
Like, that's what, like, B-dubs give you. They give you, like, a t-shirt, right? And you get your name on the wall.
There you go.
And
There you
a
go.
free ticket to the show.
Oh, there you go. There you
For
go.
as long as we're here.
And you get a signed autograph picture of Hap and Riley.
Yeah.
Aww.
Aw.
I was thinking about that.
That's her
I
dish, the
imagine-
Starlight Challenge.
Through the world of prestidigitation, you can do things like T-shirts, pictures.
Yeah,
I
if
was-
you can manipulate ink, right?
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean?
I
Like,
imagine you
if that's...
can.
Well, that's
I
how
mean,
Hap does her makeup. She just prestidigitations it on, so it doesn't take,
Does
like,
it-
any time.
Does it make it permanent? Like, if you literally move ink on a page with some sort of low-level spell, does it stay that way?
Well, there
I mean,
is
there's no
printing.
duration on it, so why wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, there is
Like-
actually like printing and ink in this world.
Yeah.
I mean, that does exist. So, but does the world of like offset printing with
Yeah.
T-shirts exist?
Right,
I don't
probably
know.
I would think they're just like paper or, scroll, parchment, or even like cloth that things are printed on to make it cheap, right? Bring your burlap sack and we'll print a picture of Darius on it.
Wow.
Well-
so that's your marketing. Burlap sack with
Well, no, you could have
Darius's
that's
picture.
the $5 Patreon.
$5. Oh my god.
Well,
that's
the-
like
the
five
equivalent.
coppers. Five
That's like
coppers.
yeah. But then like the 3 silver one, that's like on silk.
Oh wow. I think that's cotton. I think the 5
Cotton,
gold
okay.
is
Yeah, 5
silk.
gold is silk. There you
There
go.
you go. What were you gonna say, Vanessa?
Oh, about
You know all
prestidigitation and
about-
changing things.
Yeah, you know all about this.
It's changed from first edition to second edition. So in first edition, color changes to objects, for example. If you're like, this paper is now purple, would be permanent because the paper isn't going anywhere. Or I think it would last an hour or something. In like if you changed someone's skin or whatever, like eventually the skin cells would flake and fall off and would just go away. But prestidigitation in second edition specifically says it only lasts as long as you concentrate. So you would assume things like, if you're using it to clean, right? It's not going to instantly become just as dirty as it was. Like, it'll naturally become dirty. But if you were to color something and be like, and now it's red, as soon as you stop concentrating, it'll go back to its natural color.
Wow, so I've been doing prestidigitation wrong for over a year then. And then
Well, I mean,
some,
they
'cause
just,
you
yeah,
assumed
I mean, they
could
just mess
clean
with it.
things up. And then that's it.
I think you can
like-
still clean.
Yeah, because I mean,
Um,
if you could clean something and then like the dirt falls on like wherever, like the dirt's not
Mhm.
gonna magically
It doesn't
jump
even-
back out.
yeah. If you leave
Right.
the area, the dirt doesn't find you and hunt you down.
And it would be embarrassing to empower numerous combat-related cantrips, yet somehow make the one that's there to help with role-playing and affect feel weaker.
Mhm.
Yeah, that would be silly.
Agreed. So I would probably say certain things like that. But I think if you're talking about we're going to use prestidigitation to permanently change the contents of this book or something and basically do graffiti, I don't think it would work that way. I think that would revert to how it is.
But I
But
can
yeah,
do my
prestidig-
makeup with it, right? That's no problem.
It
Yeah, that makes
seems like
sense.
maybe you could. It would probably flake and fall off as your skin did. So as soon as you exfoliate
Well,
it or
yeah.
something, it'd probably be gone.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
she doesn't wear it all day. You
It would
know?
stick
She
on her
takes
face
it
for an
off at night.
hour or two, and then blank.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, it definitely changed a little bit. There are things that I don't know, like change a bit, like cook warm or flavor 1 pound of non-living material. Like, do you have to focus? Like, oh, I have to eat this gruel, and the other person's like, hold on, I got this. Prestidigitation. All right, eat it while I'm focusing.
I
Hurry,
feel
as soon
like
as I
hurry.
stop, it'll taste
Think about how
horrible again.
delicious my food is.
I
before
feel like we can
finish.
ignore the concentrate thing because it's literally irrelevant. The whole point
I
of
know.
prestidigitation is that it does something
Yeah.
that's irrelevant. You don't
I
need to
know.
add steps
Yeah.
to it.
I agree. This sounds like a good place for a house rule.
No, well, I was just thinking because we will have things like T-shirts and souvenirs and
Mhm.
like stuff that actually we can do in this world, And they don't really talk about that in any means whatsoever. So we just have to figure out, okay, using existing spell systems, how would that work in the world of Galarian? Except printing, that they actually do talk about a little bit in some of their books, which is weird. It's like, well, it's medieval, but not really, because when you can do fantasy and go to other planes of existence, how fantasy medieval is it really? I think it's more fantasy than medieval at that point. I think it's just that people like to dress the way that people did 1,000 years ago because it's cool. Not that they couldn't be wearing the modern fashions of today. It's just they don't want to. So
yeah, I mean it's just fun. It's the same reason like
they have
Star
guns.
is Wild West.
Like reasonable guns.
Yeah, if you want it in your game, that is, because a lot of people don't like that.
That is true. I think, I honestly, I think a buff to prestidigitation, as long as people aren't using it to break the game, is probably fine. If you're just like, I want to put my makeup on with prestidigitation, that makes sense to me.
Okay, so a lot has happened. You successfully put on an amazing circus, got a ton more gold, which you can use to expand the circus. Riley is fine. Hap
is traumatized.
Well, okay. Darius has a whole bunch of new friends. Alhara has finally gotten her feat that she's been waiting for since she was a little girl. She's always wanted to have this feat. But she had to be a big, strong girl before she can get it. But level 6 is the level where she can finally attack people when it's not her turn. Oh boy.
Attack of opportunity.
It's going to be exciting. She's heard of it. It's this myth that people talk about.
Only fighters can do it.
That's right.
Strangest
Darius
thing.
taught her what he knows, but hers seems a little more advanced.
That's right. Darius
I just don't want people to leave my area. You stay next to me, punch you in the face.
That's
but
right.
if you see someone scratch their nose, you get to hit them.
I have an
Absolutely.
idea
Darius
for
is the
something
weak
neat,
sauce
but I'm
version.
going to need Darius's help.
What do you need, my beautiful sister?
Well, let me try it tomorrow, because I'm kind of tired after the show.
Yes, this
But
was a
tomorrow
rough
I want
show.
to try a trick that I think could help us, but I'll need help.
I'm ready to help. You did great tonight, Hap. Thank you. And I'm glad Riley's back.
I was so worried.
And then Acheron just gets to hang out with their bird more.
Darius can now help multiple people at once with his medicine.
Ah,
I will
Battle
break your
medicine.
arm in order to help you heal your leg.
I don't
no,
believe
that's
you.
not yet. That's later.
I don't
Battle
believe
medicine
you.
is now assuranced at DC 20.
Nice.
2d8 plus 10 for everybody.
I don't believe it. Impossible.
Well, sorry, buddy.
Amazing.
Welcome to the best thing in the world called healing during a combat.
I
That I
don't
now
Pretty good.
can't mess up.
Yeah, we'll figure out a way
Wait,
for you to mess
battle
it up.
medicine can hit multiple people?
No.
No.
Treat wounds.
Okay. I was like, hold on
I can.
now.
It's called ward medic. You can use treat disease or treat wounds for up to 2 targets, and then also with continual recovery, treat wounds becomes you're only immune to that for 10 minutes. So 2 people every 10 minutes. We're all gonna get 2d8 plus 10 heals.
That's a lot of heals.
And I think what else? I got something else cool. I think I got something a little cool.
Well, we'll go through all of your detailed level 6 characters after you wake up.
Mountain Stronghold.
Nah, none of that's official. Right now you're level 5. Until you're level 6.
Right.
This is just wishes and gumdrops. You're just like,
I do wish for
wow,
gumdrops.
imagine what we'll be like by tomorrow morning. Let's think and talk about it all night long. And when we wake up tomorrow, we'll magically have all these new abilities.
Ooh.
Can't wait. Does Chiligosh ever get stronger?
Yes,
Every level, right?
actually, well, stronger, like, kind of levels in power with their, PC, but specifically witches, familiars get where they can have more abilities with their master, and this level is one of them. So,
we'll
Chiligosh
find
will
out.
now
Cool.
be able to... What's the main thing I was thinking that they would have? They're going to be able to fetch items for me and save me an action.
Huh.
Which is pretty useful.
And also, I read that wolves and ravens are really good friends in the wild, which is a real
Cute.
thing. So we're going to have to make sure that Riley and Chillagosh start hanging out.
What if?
Nice.
What if? I'm
Yeah.
just saying. What if
Okay.
there is something that Hap, Lauren and Rob P and Steven can work out for like a teamwork feat for those two companions.
That'd be real cute. That'd be real cute.
I don't know, but then Chillagosh might get killed.
Well, nothing that would be like ridiculously combat powerful, but certainly, maybe some sort of communication thing.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah,
like
maybe.
Chilla Ghost spots for Riley, so he gets like a +1 or something.
that's cool.
Yeah, or maybe Chillagosh vomits the purple stuff into Riley's mouth
Oh,
instead of
I'm
Valtron.
Yeah.
not okay with that.
Yeah.
No.
I'm very cool. That's cool. Going to happen with purple vomit.
They could have an
That's
act
right.
together though.
Gross.
Tracking together would be amazing. How great would aerial squaw, and then roof, and then they're
Yeah.
kind of communicating to help find something.
So my plan is to Chillagosh now most days to also be able to valet, which
What,
means
park your car?
Yeah,
What?
That's the name of the ability. Let's see. They don't have to use 2 actions immediately upon my command. Instead, up to twice before the end of my turn, I can have my familiar retrieve an item of light or negligible bulk that I'm wearing, like in my bandolier, so the wands and the potions. And the familiar brings it into one of my free hands. So basically can save me an action of retrieving things because they just bring me stuff when I say I need it. I think that's pretty cool. Will help me when I need to use a wand quickly.
Cool.
Yeah. Which familiars get more and more abilities that they can do with their master over the levels, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, which familiars?
Exactly.
So we have got to the point where you have now been established in Escadar. We can go back to the main plot of this adventure path, and that's putting on birthday parties for everyone in Escadar. We're gonna start a new. You know what? You gotta earn some money on the side. We have the circus once a week and birthday shows during the days and nights. So you have the following. Let's see the following plot points for next time. Level up. Probably start researching some temple or something.
Yeah, the Moonstone one. or whatever.
Moonstone something. Start figuring what the heck that is. It's hidden here somewhere. And maybe we can finally check out and talk to the Darius and Alhara Daddy.
Oh,
Because
finally.
something is amok. Something's up. What?
Mark?
Amok. Yes, sure.
There's also the very small bit about the compass and the historian.
Oh my god, the damn compass. I'm gonna have to write a whole
Yep.
backstory for that.
Now
I'm gonna put you on a wild goose chase that makes you go all around Galarian just for making me do this.
I would do it.
Oh, you're getting it.
This
You're
is the
getting
hill
it.
I will die on.
You're gonna get that wild goose chase. You are gonna go on the wildest of wild goose chases. I'm gonna write it all up, and we'll see how far
That'll
you
be
get.
fun.
It will be.
I
fun.
just want to reunite the compass with its owner.
Oh, you're going to.
Okay.
It
I've
might
watched this
cost
owner's
you-
like a demon lord.
It might cost you like 10,000 gold pieces in the process, but you're
That's
gonna do
fine.
it.
That's fine. It's too romantic not to pursue.
That's
Oh
true.
my-
That's true.
I'd have sold
Alhara,
that thing
in
so
fact,
long ago.
is going to donate all of her money to this cause. That's what I heard.
No.
I
no,
just
she'd
heard
not.
Vanessa
She'd have,
say
she'd
that.
have, no,
Well,
she'd
she
have sold it
texted me in
already.
chat. She's like, "I'm lying. Ignore what I'm saying. I
actually
really."
believe that sounds in character for Vanessa.
That does.
Oh my gosh.
It does.
All right, Prince of Lies.
What?
We have Asmodeus himself
Is that
running
me?
the show, apparently.
Prince of Lies. I like that. The whole thing is
That's Asmodeus'
that's
title,
actually-
and that must be who you are.
That's actually not even an insult. I'm very
That's a better
Okay.
moniker than Gaming Steve.
Damn, man. I like that. Prince of Lies.
Oh no! Now he's gonna have it printed on a polo or something.
I'm going to have it printed on my Roll for Combat shirt. I'm going to say Prince of Lies on the back. If we ever go to a gaming convention again, I tell you.
You've been listening to Roll for Combat 3 Ring Adventure, a Pathfinder actual play podcast. If you have a question or comment for the show, please visit us at rollforcombat.com. You can also find us and play various games on our Discord channel at discord.rollforcombat.com. You've been listening to Roll for Combat. Until next week, always remember when your GM smiles at you, it's already too late.